So, namaste everybody.
Namaste everyone.
And namaste Kaushal bhai.
Namaste. Welcome.
Thank you very much for taking the time out for do this podcasting. And we've been told by our listeners so many times that we should start our podcasting of all the activities that we do on radio and on concerts and stuff like that. So I'm very, very happy that you took the time out from busy schedule, both of us, and put this thing together. And hopefully it comes out good, and hopefully people like it. And we will continue, hopefully, every week. And my job, as you know, for so many years, 50 years to be exact.
The original DJ you are.
Yes. In those days, the radio jockeys used to be called DJ.
Yes.
So that's why, and my name is Dave Joshi.
Right.
So the original DJ. And you are the master singer in the concerts around the area, and I really appreciate your singing, and you are very kind as far as helping people. So this is very good.
Thank you so much. Yeah. It's always fun to be sharing the mic with you. You're always so much knowledgeable. We get to know a lot of things about Bollywood that we actually didn't know at all.
Right.
So for your trivia, tidbits, questions, topics, tributes.
Yeah.
We have the man DJ Dave Joshi right here.
Yeah. And I really wanted to say that when I started 50 years ago,
right,
only few people from our country were coming in,
right,
and we were students,
right.
So they were saying, "Hey, we miss our Bollywood music. We miss our music."
Yes.
And community events and stuff like that.
Right.
In those days, India was not that popular.
Right.
So you couldn't even find any news about India anyway.
Right.
New York Times was the only place. So I convinced our university, Rutgers, local Rutgers University, to do something for Indian students and the Indian community. So, of course, in those days, they didn't believe that they could be successful.
Right.
So they said, well, good idea, but if you can get at least 100 petitions signed by Indian community around the area that they want to have a program like this.
Right.
So guess what? I went around.
Wow.
I saw anybody that looked like Indian. I stopped the car and I got the petition from them. Wow. So I got 450 petitions.
That's some commitment there, but really.
So then the station could not say no, right?
Right.
So they said, okay, but here's another condition. They said it was like public service, right?
Right.
Because it's a public university.
Right.
So they said, if you can, we run a donation drive every year.
Right.
Like PBS.
Right.
So they said, well, our goal is $1,200 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you can contribute, and you should get at least $100.
Right.
So I was doing the program in the morning, Saturday morning early, and everybody was putting the alarm on to listen to my show, right? So they figured he's not going to get $100,
right.
So we'll have to cancel him. Guess what? I got more money than the whole station combined.
That's nice.
So they could not say no.
Wow.
So they gave me Saturday morning, which was very early too, right?
Right.
So it was difficult times in those days.
Right.
But some of our students got together and we put together this program called Bharat Darshan, Glimpses of India. And then we tried to talk about the Indian community coming in, India in general, and mostly the Indian music and our memories from our childhood, memories and melodies. That's what I concentrate around. So that's what we do. That's what I started. And then, of course, after that, lots of programs, TV programs, even radios.
Yes.
And so many things started happening. And but I'm still doing it. It's a craziness, a passion, if you will. Name it. In those days, the only people, the Bollywood people, when they come here, they could connect was us.
Dave Joshi.
So I interviewed, you named them and I interviewed them.
That's amazing.
Because, it was like the only place for them to go.
That's amazing.
And I enjoyed that kind of thing. I never had, not even had a radio when I was growing up.
Right.
But this one got me started and got into all these things, and a lot of great listeners and a lot of great guests on my program.
Right.
And I met you, and you can talk a little bit about yourself, how you got started into this thing. I know you were one of my listeners and contributors to the music.
Well, yeah, it's been some time actually. It's been like at least 15 years since I, met you. I heard a lot of your EBC programs as well as the WRSU program that you did. And I used to call in a lot of times. A lot of times, there were a lot of questions that you used to ask, which used to
Trivia
questions that I used to actually sometimes get them right, sometimes wrong.
Well,
but then that's how I got to know you, and I was invited quite a lot of times by you on the EBC radio, the WRC radio.
Yeah, you were going to be co-host with me, but you got so busy making money and all that.
It's just that work, events,
I
keeps busy all the time. But yes, it's a good thing that we just started with this podcast. So
and it's not local anymore because now, because of internet, the programs go anywhere in the world.
Right.
And I got calls from Japan and Netherlands and all over the place. So it's a pleasure and honor to be with Indian community through this our craziness of music. So this is April now.
Yes.
And April Fool was the day. I always play that song.
Right.
But April has a lot of great personality who pass away in April.
Right.
And whenever the date comes, I try to give them a tribute and make sure that people don't forget their contribution to our world of music and world of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do. And this month, and just recently, as you know, Bharat Kumar passed away. And I gave him a tribute, and we could talk about him, and you could sing a few lines for Manoj Kumar.
Absolutely.
So you want to sing a couple of lines for Manoj Kumar?
The one that comes to my mind is जब जीरो दिया मेरे भारत ने मेरे भारत ने दुनिया को तब गिनती आई तारों की भाषा भारत ने दुनिया को पहले सिखलाई देता न दशमलव भारत तो यूं चांद पे जाना मुश्किल था धरती और चांद की दूरी का अंदाजा लगाना मुश्किल था सभ्यता जहां पहले आई पहले जन्मी है जहां पे कला अपना भारत वो भारत है जिसके पीछे संसार चला और आगे बढ़ा यूं आगे बढ़ता ही गया भगवान करे ये और बढ़ता ही रहे और फूले फले बढ़ता ही रहे और फूले फले
Bharat Mata ki Jai and Manoj Kumar ki Jai. Because he brought a lot of the patriotic nature type of movies and messages. He did Shaheed, if you remember.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And great songs in that. Manoj Kumar was very capable of writing movies, writing songs even.
Yes.
And he really deserved the name Bharat Kumar.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So he was one of the latest casualties of nature. One person that a lot of people don't know that I want to mention is that I do radio, and so I associated with a lot of radio jockeys
Right.
that became big stars in Bollywood.
Right.
You named them.
Yes.
Baraj Sahni was one of them.
Yes.
Sunil
Dutt was one of them.
Sunil Dutt's real name was Baraj Dutt.
Yes.
But because Baraj Sahni was already popular, and Baraj Sahni's real name was not Baraj Sahni.
Oh.
Yudhishthir Sahni.
Wow.
So he was already popular in Hindi cinema.
Right.
And he made some wonderful films, and he was a method actor, Baraj Sahni.
Yes, absolutely.
And what a great acting job that he did in the movies that he was in.
Do Bighha Zameen was one of them.
Oh, Do Bighha Zameen, as you mentioned.
Yes.
And there's a good mention because he really went all out. He was MA in English.
Right.
And he used to write, and I have a trivia for you.
Right.
One film that he wrote the story and script for.
Oh, wow.
Do you know which one it is?
I don't know. I think we should be asking the
So
audiences for that.
Only one, and he was not even in it.
Oh, wow.
So I'll tell you the answer.
Okay.
But Baraj Sahni was a radio jockey,
Wow.
MA in English,
Uh-huh.
and then of course we mentioned Sunil Dutt.
Right.
The other fellow who was a radio jockey as well, his tribute is this month. A lot of people probably don't remember him, but I remember a great song that I didn't know anything about when I started the program.
Right.
So I sang a line or two that I said I would love to have that. At that time there was no CDs, it was
Right.
cassettes.
Right.
So I said I would love to have a record or cassette
Right.
for that song. And guess one of my listeners called in. He says, I'm his son, the guy who wrote this song.
Wow.
It was a Mukesh classic song. I don't know whether you have heard. बहारों से कह दो मेरे घर न आए बहारों से कह दो मेरे घर न आए. So that song it stayed in my mind since childhood, and I sang that line on the radio, and I said I would love to have the cassette on that. So the fellow who wrote, you know whose name? What his name is? Shiv Kumar Saroj.
Oh.
And he wrote, after that he wrote quite a few lyrics of some films also.
Right.
But Mukesh loved that writing. And he said, I want to sing that song. So he sang that wonderful song. It's not a filmy song. And Shiv Kumar Saroj became famous from that Mukesh song.
Oh, wow.
And, so I love that song, and I love giving him tribute. So his tribute is this month as well.
That's good to know. Yeah.
So that's, and initially, believe it or not, it was done by Talat Mahmood,
Oh, wow.
that song.
Okay.
But
I don't know how you managed the high pitch on that one.
exactly.
Yeah.
So Chitragut,
Yes.
who composed the music for that movie, he said, I think, and the song was recorded already.
Yes.
And I think it was even out there on records, because the records used to go out before the movies.
Right.
So, but then he changed it to Rafi.
That was a very good choice.
Oh my God, Rafi made that a classic.
Yeah, I know. It's like it has like almost 4 to 5 kind of antras.
Oh,
and it's actually kind of spread across the whole movie. There's like one that comes in the opening.
Yes.
And then there's like a couple of...
It's like a background song.
Exactly, yeah.
But it was a real title song, so to speak.
Yes.
And the Chitragut I mentioned.
Yes.
And the funny thing about Chitragut is he passed away on Uttarayan. Uttarayan is for Patang, right? For kite flying.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very unusual trivia that he passed away on Uttarayan, and he wrote 2 great songs of Patang.
Chali Chali Re Patang Mere Chale.
That was one of them, and there was another one.
I don't know the second one though.
The other one was in the movie called Patang.
Okay.
And Rafi classic songs in that. So anyway, but what a coincidence, huh?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Very unfortunate coincidence. Yeah. So sing a couple of songs for Baraj Sahni, because that's seems to be too.
Balraj Sahni, I remember, the one that you just mentioned for the movie Seema. He's actually sitting on the chair, kind of, and he has Nutan.
He was supposed to be like paralyzed or something.
He was actually paralyzed in that movie, and he was sitting on the chair, in front of, I think Nutan is also kind of part in the background.
Yeah, and Nutan became famous from that movie also. She, came on really strong acting wise.
Yes. The song is Tu प्यार का सागर है, तू प्यार का सागर है, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, तेरी एक बूंद के प्यासे हम, लौटा जो दिया तूने, लौटा जो दिया तूने, चले जाएंगे जहां से हम, चले जाएंगे जहां से हम, तू प्यार का सागर है. Shankar Jaikishan was that?
And great songs in that movie.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, Balraj Sahni was another one.
Yeah.
And I can go on and on.
But we have our time as well. So,
yes. So, but anyway, I just wanted to mention those.
Yes.
And Nitin Bose was another great producer-director that made some classic movies. He gave Dilip Kumar the shine in the light.
Yes.
And Dilip Kumar never looked back, right?
Yes,
Ganga Jamuna was one of them.
Yeah.
So anyway, so lots of tributes this month.
Yes, lots of tributes this month.
But we have limited time, so we will. And why don't you sing a line or two for? You want to sing Taarif Karo Kya Uski?
Okay, let's get that.
And interesting thing about trivia about that song.
Yeah.
Initially, O.P. Nair, who composed the music, didn't want that song. Didn't like that song.
Oh, wow.
But, of course, then they got into it and they recorded it. And when they recorded it, everybody said, my God, this is a great song. The Rafi made a very special thing in that song. You know what it is? Taarif karun. That phrase.
Yes.
He says it about 20 different ways.
Yes.
In that song.
Yeah.
So that was like a unbelievable accomplishment by the great Rafi Saab.
Yes, absolutely.
So sing a few lines for our Donald Trump Taarif.
एक चीज कयामत भी है, लोगों से सुना करते थे, तुम्हें देख के मैंने माना, वो ठीक कहाँ करते थे, वो ठीक कहाँ करते थे, है चाल में तेरी जालिम कुछ ऐसी बला का जादू, 100 बार संभाला दिल को पर होके रहा बेकाबू, तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया, ये चांद सा रोशन चेहरा, जुल्फों का रंग सुनहरा, ये झील सी नीली आंखें, कोई राज है इनमें गहरा, तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुम्हें बनाया.
The great Shami Kapoor doing the acting in that. O.P. Nair's classic song. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That movie you can watch so many
Absolutely.
times. And those were the days.
Yes.
And my job as a host of this type of programs.
Yes.
Sangeet Ki Anek Rang on EBC and Glimpses of India, Bharat Darshan on WRHF. My mission is to make sure people don't forget.
Absolutely.
Even you who are into the music, you forget a lot of things. I do too.
Yes.
And I have my listeners reminding me about it.
Right.
So anyway, that's...
If you guys like this podcast, do subscribe to the channel. This is Dev by Joshi. This is Kaushal signing off for now.
Kaushal Sampat right here.
And
Taarif kya karun speak.
Take care, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, Dev. Bye.
Thank you again, Kaushal.